house. This is my mom and dad, Suzanne and Leonard KeSTeN. How you doing, guys?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
You got to share with Dad.
How are you doing?
That's something. I'm good. So I wanted you to come on for a lot of reasons. First of all, because you're important people, and secondly, because you're doing this renaissance thing in your life of working with these ballet kids. And you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing?
Yes. We have been pushing forward with a ballet program in Sarasota, Florida. And it's called the ReWo Dance Intensive. And it's a 3-week intensive. What happened, actually, I'll be very brief because I probably could go on for 3 days, is that we went as a audience to see this dance festival in Sarasota 1 year ago, and I watched the kids, and I said, this is not sufficient. So I began to implement other programs within the program itself. And now it's becoming an amazing entity. We have kids now that are going to be dancing with the Boston Ballet. We have kids that will be with the opera, ballet opera in Paris. We have another one that's on her way to the Royal in London, one that is going to be dancing with the Hamburg Ballet. So we're kind of in...
Boston.
I said Boston, I think. So we're reinventing this program that was around for a while in Sarasota, and that's it.
When does this take place, this intensive?
We start July 29th and we go through August 27th.
So
17th.
Wow, that is crazy because those are the bookends of both of your birthdays. Wait a minute, it's the 29th to the 17th. It's like 1 day off of each of your birthdays. Is that like on purpose?
No.
So that's just a divine coincidence?
If you say so.
So do you care? Like, you guys always to me look too good for your age. So do you do ballet?
I have never done ballet in my life.
I did. I did ballet, yeah. From
Plié?
6 to 16.
Really?
Yes.
So you're good at it.
I danced with the Bolshoi Ballet when Rudolf came to Toronto.
Whoa!
Ballet.
So you could have been in this program.
No, that's an amazing thing because the director of this whole thing, his name is Robert Warren, and he and his wife and Rudolf Nureyev were the closest of friends. He was there when he died.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of coincidental.
Wow, or not. Again,
or not.
Exactly. It's always like this. So you guys grew up basically in the Bronx.
Not basically, absolutely.
In the Bronx.
Yeah. So how do you feel your life has changed from your days in the Bronx till your lives today? Did you ever even go to the ballet when you lived in the Bronx? Yeah, it's a wobbly table. We love Otto Shrunken Head.
Well, your mom took me to the ballet for 40 years at ABT, and I would fall asleep in the first act.
Yeah.
And I didn't get really involved with ballet until we went to Cuba. And
Really?
I saw these young kids at a Cuban dance school that were dancing with just made-to-order costumes that were just put together. The shoes were with spit and gum, and they were the most fabulous dancers I've ever seen. And I started reading about ballet, and when we started with the intensive, I would go there every day and watch these kids and said, they'll never do a program. Within a week, these kids were mind-blowing. They were absolutely fantastic. And they're 13 to 16-year-olds.
17 in the Bronx.
Okay.
Also known as Joseph Wade, I think Joseph something Wade, junior high school. And one of my friends, there was a department store on the Grand Concourse on Fordham Road, and it was called Alexander's. It was huge, and it was inexpensive, and everybody went there. So I went with 2 or 3 friends, I don't remember how many, and one of my friends, I had no money, so I was just shopping with them, And
Shoplifting with them?
So was it earrings or?
no, it was
makeup?
what it was is she came out of the dressing room and she said, "Hold this for me," and I held this, and then she said, "I have to go meet my boyfriend," and the other girl who was her friend and we waited and she never came back. And I walked out of the store and I had the thing on my arm. I forgot completely about it. And we're walking out of the store and I get a tap on my shoulder. And the guy he said, "Okay, come with me." And they took me down to Center Street Court. And when they found out how old I was.
Wow, you went to the Tombs, like Center Street?
It was
100
Center Street,
Manhattan?
yeah, night court.
That's where you still go.
Yeah, I still go.
So tell me, did you cry?
I was so shocked, I didn't even know what I did. But then he said, "You can't just walk out of the store with something on your arm." And I said, "Oh my God." And
What it is, or dance?
well, youth ballet.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So, maybe like the Wimbledon of ballet, since this is the Wimbledon time. So do you see these, how long can they go? I mean, what's the goal?
The goal is to dance with a professional company.
And how long does that last?
Well, it's different now because
They go older now?
they can go older now. I mean,
Just like you guys?
just like us guys. Some of the current ballet stars, like Julie Kent, she's already in her mid to late 40s. Jose Carreño, who we're very involved with, as well as Julie, is also in his 40s. And the reason for that is because of the conditioning and the various trainers that are involved in their lives now. So they're really in terrific shape. In fact, in one of our schools in Sarasota, part of the program is that they have a conditioner, a trainer involved in the training. So the kids you're going to go longer now if you're dancing in ballet.
What, if any, experience do they come in with?
Well, into the intensive, they have to be considered pre-professional.
Okay.
Most of them have already medaled in a competition.
So, is there a website People can check it out and find out more about the Carreño?
Yes.
Sarasota International Dance Festival. That would be their website.
That's their website. And it's July 29th to August 17th. I can't forget those days because your birthday is July 28th and yours is August 16th. That's crazy. That's so funny.
Bingo.
Did you think it was funny?
I never even thought about it.
You didn't?
No.
I did. I just said, well, we'll celebrate my birthday and his birthday.
All throughout the
All
whole
throughout the
festival.
whole 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing. So, changing the subject a little bit, I know you guys do so many good things for children in this world, and the Lovables. I know you did the Lovables from the Bronx for all those years with the kids, but it is National Chocolate Wafer Day today, and that.
It was an ID bracelet that I used to wear a long time ago.
And you gave it to Mom.
I
And
guess.
you gave it to me.
It's called Pass the Bracelet.
That used to be the thing when you were going steady. right?
Yeah,
You gave
I have
the-
it. I wore it. I
The
found
ID
it today.
bracelet.
Yeah. All right, so have a cookie, Mom. Not to
my
cut you
God.
off, but
Okay.
Dad, I need a skeleton from you. Yeah.
This past weekend, we went to visit a friend of mine. His name is Joe Romeo, and we know one another since kindergarten. And his family was making a reunion for him. I hadn't seen him in about 5 years. When the two of us were 18 years old, we ran away from home, and we found a couple that were, this is a long time ago. We found a couple that wanted to be driven to Florida, and the two of us drove them to Florida. It took us 4 days to get there, and we spent a week in Miami Beach. And then we found a car through a service to drive back to New York. And between the two of us, we had 50 cents to cross the George Washington Bridge. That was the toll at that time.
Whoa.
My mother and father and sister had gone I believe, to Canada for vacation.
Canada theme.
And
You get a lollipop.
but what I had to do, since we didn't have any money between us, I raided my sister's drawer and borrowed money from her and left her a note that said, "We will repay you." One day.
Oh, I mean, looks can be very deceptive.
You look
obviously.
good. You look good. Here, Dad, have a cookie. He loves cookies.
He is the cookie monster.
Thank you.
A chocolate wafer day. So any last shout outs, guys? It's so nice that you came and visited.
Do you guys have any questions for us?
What was your first car?
Oh, a Chevy.
Wasn't it a horse and buggy or something?
No, it was a Model A
Come
Ford.
on, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, our first car was.
Our first car was a 1950 Chevrolet tan with a hood over the front window. We were married and flew to Texas for our honeymoon. I was in the Army, so we had one night as a honeymoon at the Waldorf Astoria. And
It was $59 for that night.
at the Waldorf Astoria. And then we bought this car, and I didn't know if it was leaking transmission fluid, so I had to have transmission fluid in the trunk of the car all the time that I owned the car. And every so often I had to stop and put
And
transmission.
one last thing I want to ask you guys, because this is crazy. Where did you get married?
Oh my God.
We got married at the Chateau Gardens, which is on Christie Street and 2nd Avenue,
Which is now Whole Foods.
which is now Whole Foods.
Wow.
Yeah, that building.
It was a catering
That's
hall.
where they got married.
It was a catering hall at that time, and we got married downtown so that my grandmother could walk there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
Very nice.
I know. So this
That's
is
our
where I
life.
came from. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thanks and good luck
And
with
that
the
was
dancers.
58 years ago.
Wow, congratulations.
Wow,
Thank
I
you.
know. It's so easy, right?
Oh, really? Just remember.
Each night I go to sleep, I say a little